My parents bought me a beat-up old drum at an auction, and they said to me, if you get better, if your teacher tells us you're getting, they're holding me accountable. Teacher says you're getting better, we'll get you a better snare drum, and then a bass drum, and then some cymbals, and that was my vision, and that kept me going. Consequences. So the teacher would come in, and he would show me stuff. You know, this is how left hand, this is how Buddy Rich plays with his left hand and his right hand, and they would just do things like a flam. Can you hear that in the back? You okay? And this is a rim shot. He would show me stuff. I was just 10 years old, remember? And when he showed me stuff, I felt, wow. He showed me this little simple drum beat. Watch me, Scott. Watch this. And I practiced it, and I did it. I'm feeling competent. He showed me a paradiddle. Listen, paradiddle, paradiddle. And he said, you go home when you practice next week, I want to see your paradiddle. And I said, watch this. And I'd say, watch this. He said, that's a double paradiddle. We didn't get there yet. I'm reading ahead. Because I'm self-motivated. I feel competent. I'm walking through Muhlenberg High School, Allentown, Pennsylvania, and I see the music teacher, and he says, I hear you're learning to play the drums. I said, yeah, and I'm getting good. He said, you can march in the band. You can be the snare drummer. Whoa, that felt good. Another vision. Then the teacher comes into these were private lessons, by the way, $2. $2, that was a long time ago. He said, Scott, you ready to do a drum roll? I said, of course, I'm ready for a drum roll. He says, watch, Scott, here you go, watch this. Would you do that again? Scott, this is easy. Watch me. Now you practice that, and next week, I want to see a drum roll. He comes back the next week, he says, how's your drum? I can do a paradiddle. That's regression. I want to see a drum roll. Week after week, now we're talking about distress. Now we're talking about apathy. Now we're talking about learned helplessness. That's what psychologists call it.